Buongiorno. This is Mr. Red Fox here with another fantastic video. This BS Busters, instead of me talking about, um, a lot of news, because there hasn't been much news this week. I mean, unless you want to talk about how Microsoft has made shitty hardware once again with the new Surface laptop, which is not surprising to me. Um, I have no want nor desire to talk about that. So instead, we're going to talk about something else, something that I'm going to enjoy, which is basically just some old news that I just never really got to, or my thoughts about certain things. So without much ado, let's talk about um, gaming quirks that need to end. All right, here we go with another fantastic episode. And the topic of this segment is quirks that gamers have that kind of piss me off. I'm tired of gamers always talking about how they don't like certain things, they don't like certain, certain things, but when other gaming companies do it, it's okay. But when, other ones do it, and I mean, we've seen this, and, someone would say, well, you're a Nintendo fan, that's why you're saying this. No, I've seen this happen with, gaming consoles. I've seen this happen I've seen this happen between Microsoft and Sony fans. I've seen this happen between, console fans. It gets ridiculous that people are so, bound to these things, and it's creepy because we know that things could be better gameplay wise. So with that being said, I mean, no one talks about these things. Like no one ever talks about how, well, okay, like gamers were okay. Gamers were okay paying for Xbox Live when they owned Xboxes, right? But then, they were like, well, some gamers were like, well, PlayStation's online is free, so, I'm not paying for online. But then they were okay paying for, now that Sony is asking people to pay for online, now it's an issue, It seems weird to me that that gamers are like that. It seems odd that there's that double standard now, if you get what I'm saying. And I wish it wasn't so. I wish there wasn't a double standard there, gaming-wise, but it is. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? But I mean, that's something that's a quirk that irks me. It seems odd to me that gamers make excuses for bad games. Because I'm gonna keep it real. They're bad games that I've played that I don't like. All right, I mean that I like. Flip that, reverse it. There are bad games that I like, but I recognize that they're bad games. Like, I like Iden Chronicles: The First Mage. Is it a good RPG? No, it is not. It is not a good RPG, but I like it. It's one of those games that it's not good, but I like it. But you'll never hear me say, when someone says, nah, it wasn't a very good game, I'm not going to be like, it was great. I acknowledge the flaws with it. The game was ambitious, but it came a little too late in the N64's life cycle. But basically the game has like 40, 50 hours of gameplay on a cartridge for an RPG with levels, special skills, permadeath. If characters die, they die forever, which fucking sucks, but whatever that is. The game is very ambitious for what it is. And I give props to that, I give props to, people making games like that. I give props to people making games that, you know, have that level of, you know, uh, I give props to ambition. It might not have worked, but the idea behind it was good. And people tend to forget that. Now, there are certain games where even the ambition doesn't really help. For example, um, the awesome piece of shit that we all call No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is an ambitious game, but it's like their need to um, their need to fucking um, hype it up unnecessarily kind of brought it down. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because, I like the ideas behind the game. I really do. I like the ideas behind No Man's Sky. Execution was shit, but, what are you going to do? So, um, I wish, but I mean, I get tired of people making excuses for bad games. Like, um, let me put it this way. Certain games are better than others objectively, whether you like it or not. For example, Tetris for the Game Boy is a good game. Is it perfect? No, but it is a good game. Um, when I say it is a good game, I mean it literally is well made, well thought out, well put together, etc., 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 etc. Now, does it have all the features of a game today? Well, it does have multiplayer through link play. It doesn't have online because it's fucking Tetris. But overall, Tetris is a good game. Tetris is a very well made game. Tetris has never not been a well made game. So, I mean, dealing with that, that's just the way it is. So, that leads me to my second quirk that irks me after the cut. This is a big one. And some people are going to get mad at me when I say it, but I don't really care. Um, People who confuse them liking something with it being good. And you know what I'm talking about. People who, they're like, well, I like a game that, generally speaking, is not like any other game in the franchise. And when you ask them why, it's like they don't give a valid reason. They just say, I like it. That doesn't make it good. I mean, shit, crackheads like crack. That doesn't make crack good. Heroin addicts like heroin. That doesn't make it good. Just because you like something doesn't make it good, okay? When someone says, well, why do you like Donkey Kong 64? There's someone who's been on many BS Busters, Sprite Remix, who does not like Donkey Kong 64. But if you ask me, well, why do you like Donkey Kong 64? You'll never hear me say it doesn't have flaws. I say, well, I mean, it's got a lot of gameplay. And yes, a lot of it is repetitive. Find this, find that, find this, find that. Find all 100 bananas for each colored Kong in each world. Find all 25 bananas for each Kong in each world. Yeah, that does get kind of tedious after a while, but I like it. I actually I like how I like a lot of the ideas in the game. I like the idea of Donkey Kong, pulling out a shotgun and busting a cap in a motherfucker's ass. I think that's a really neat concept to have in a game. Just DK, just fuck you, bitch. I think that's hilarious. It's so random. Like Donkey Kong 64 is just so random, and there's a lot of memes like Cranky Kong, you know, uh, DJing, and the shitty DK rap that everyone's like, it's so bad, but the DK rap was so bad it was good, right? It wasn't just bad. Um, you know, and I think that gaming, like I'm not saying that, the title placard for this segment is a little misleading. I don't care if you like something that I think sucks, but if someone asks you why, you cannot just say, well, I like it. That's not a valid reason to like something. Give some concrete fucking details about why you like it. Like, I like the gameplay, or I like the open world exploration aspect. Don't just say I like it, because I mean, like I said, you could be a crackhead. Yeah. Hey, crackhead, why do you like crack? I like it. Crack isn't good. I like it. Fuck. So with that being said, this is a slow news week. Stay tuned for more episodes of BS Busters. Um, I should have two Tavern Tales coming out. Um, one about some experiences playing RPGs in another from China and Japan. And this Saturday there'll be a BS Busters focusing on, or not a BS Busters, a new segment called Sci-Fi Power Hour. And then Sunday, BS Busters, same time, etc. Peace.